I'm Montana Crow. I'm a VA disability attorney and platoon leader at Berry Law. One of the things that drew me to Berry Law coming out of law school is that I really wanted to use my degree to help those in need, and given the opportunity at Berry Law to be able to help veterans who are denied their disability benefits after serving our country felt like the perfect fit for me. The mentorship, camaraderie, and teamwork collaboration is one of my favorite aspects at Berry Law. Everybody here is absolutely incredible, and John always says your net worth is your network, and I truly believe that we have cultivated an incredible team of attorneys and staff members that are always willing to help and collaborate on ideas, and everybody is always willing to help make the strongest argument possible so we win at the end of the day. One of my favorite memories so far at Berry Law has been the opportunity to be the co-counsel with Stephanie Bennett, another VA disability attorney at Berry Law. Our case got selected to go to oral arguments in Washington, D.C. Having that teamwork from everybody in the firm had our argument so strong that when we went to Washington, D.C., we won, we reversed the board's decision, and we changed federal law. And we couldn't have done it without the members from our team.